Hey guys, it's me. Just thought I'd make a video right before going in for surgery. So I'm having surgery here done at in Vancouver by our urologist here, Dr. Kavanagh. Um, Originally, I was going in for a urethroplasty for a stricture repair. Um, and Dr. Kavanagh called me a few days ago to let me know that he spoke with the team in Texas, Dr. Crane and Dr. Santucci, and they all agreed that medical intervention was necessary, but I am still, it's too early to do a urethroplasty repair. Dr. Crane and Dr. Santucci both say that they don't like to do a stricture repair any sooner than 6 months after your original surgery date. They maybe 5 months, but that's in extreme cases. This is because your tissue isn't finished healing. They really want that scar tissue to mature. Um, Dr. Santucci described it to me as if you go any earlier than 6 months, you're really risking when we get in there. It's almost like stitching wet paper towel together. It'll just tear through because your skin isn't quite ready. So originally the plan was to have a stricture repair, but done in 2 stages. And what Dr. Kavanagh was going to do was basically go in at the base from underneath my penis, and they were going to remove the stricture, remove the scar tissue, and take tissue from my groin to kind of replace what was taken out, I guess, for my urethra. And to make it a 2-stage surgery, they were going to leave that wound open at the base, and that's where I was going to have to urinate from for 3 months. So they said it's going to be a really awkward recovery. You just have to go back to sitting to pee. And then come 3 months, when we know that this graft took, then we can close it up and you will be voiding back to normal. So then last minute this was changed to, no, you know what, it's still too early. So what they're going to do now is in a few hours I'll be going into the hospital. I'm still staying over one night, which I'm quite surprised because I've had some big surgeries too, non-trans related, and usually, as soon as I'm woken up, it's and get out. So I'm shocked that I will be staying the night after this. What they're going to do is they're going to scope me. They're basically going to dilate the crap out of my stricture, just like opening it up. And I'll wake up with my suprapubic catheter out, and I am so excited about this. And I'll wake up to a Foley catheter, and a Foley catheter is where it's actually coming out of your penis, like your urethra. Suprapubic is from like your lower abdomen. I'll show you in a minute. So a week later, after surgery, the Foley catheter will be removed, and this is when Dr. Kavanagh will teach me how to, and I'm not looking forward to this, he'll teach me how to self-catheter, how to self-catheterize myself. Essentially, it's not to urinate. I'll be able to urinate normally again, but just like last time, the stricture is going to close. So on the daily, I'll have to dilate myself to the point of the stricture to keep it open, and this essentially buys me time to get, I think the 6 months marks takes us to April, so it just kind of buys me time to get my body healing up more, to have this repair hopefully done in 1 stage too. That would be nice. So what was I going to do? Yeah, okay, so I will also show my leg and what's going on. So this is going to get awkward. I'm going to take my pants off, so if you don't want to see anything, stop right here. Okay, so yeah, if I'm wearing sweats, I don't know if you can, yeah, but like that's me. Okay, so this is me, and now my legs. So if you can see this dip in here, I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see that. And this is my leg. So we go here. There. I mean, it's really incredible. This is all healed now. This doesn't feel bad at all. For some reason, this side is still quite sensitive, and here, like the skin, can't see it. Here, this area is totally numb, but this just doesn't feel the greatest. This scar goes all the way, like, right to the groin, and that scar right there. That scar right there, you're gonna have to really, like, I worked really hard because it was quite restricting. I was stretching it as soon as I could. I was stretching it. I was massaging it. I was really trying to loosen it up to give me some more range of motion back. That's another thing. Once you're able to, at least I can't speak for the arm, but for ALT, you got to start working it as soon as you can. The first exercises I was doing, I was laying, you're laying down with your legs flat on the bed because you can't move quite yet. And if this is my elbow is my knee, all I was doing was squeezing that was a horrible, it's just squeezing your knee down to the bed so that you're engaging your thigh. Just, yeah, imagine laying flat and just trying to get the bottom of your knee to touch the ground or the bed, wherever you're laying on. That just simply engages your thigh, and that's all. And then, going on one of those sitting bikes to get your range of motion. You just gotta keep it moving. This other leg, that's where there's no dips or anything. It's just whatever, hair's already growing through it. I think it's gonna fade quite nicely eventually. Still really early. One sec. And now here, this is my catheter. So see, I don't have a bag or anything. This is just called a clip, and I'm not gonna do it, but I flick this open, and then that's how I void right now. The site for that is right here. Doesn't look pretty at all. Another thing about these, so what you're looking at here and here, those are called stat locks. And one thing I didn't expect about this, they're stat locks. For me, they typically last about 5 days before, like you saw, they're just peeling off, and it's to hold the catheter in place. Once it starts peeling off, that tube, I find it kind of comes in and out. It's just like, it's uncomfortable, probably why it gets infected too, right? If it's out of your body, and then it's just not good. So they typically last about 5 days for me, and they're expensive. It's $23 a piece. I'm in Canada here, and I need 2 at all times. And to be burning through that every 5 days, it's painful. You can try, get help. If you have some clinics, they might have some to hand out, but it's not enough to get you through your entire recovery. That's another thing I was going to mention. I think I might have mentioned that, if you're not recovering at a post-op facility, make sure you have all your medical supplies ahead of time, because that stuff gets expensive. That adds up real quick. Something to start saving for. What else? Yeah, in regards to my leg, when I was talking about like post-op pain, really, I didn't have any genital pain at all. I couldn't feel anything. I did have sensation in my scrotum, but it wasn't sore at all. The only pain I was feeling was in my legs. Um, it was just you essentially have a huge, massive open wound, and it's yeah, it's painful. There was a mistake at the post-op facility where when I was transferred, when I arrived from the hospital, I don't know what went on, but a nurse said that I didn't have any pain meds, and I knew that I did. It was prescribed, it was all set up ahead of time. So I went from beautiful pain meds at the hospital to 10 hours of absolutely nothing. I was offered Tylenol and I was like, are you kidding me? You see this and you're going to give me Tylenol? So that was really hard, but once the shift change happened, I asked again for pain meds, and because I was in so much pain, my blood pressure was through the roof, so I needed blood pressure meds. I needed um, anti-spasm meds because my whole body was just trembling. It was just it wasn't fun. Um, Another tip that I have is for your graft site. I was told that you can get that wet and shower it, and then what you can do afterwards is just get a blow dryer to to dry it out on and let it harden again. Um, I wouldn't do this. It was nice getting the dry blood off, but once it dried, I think it shrinks a bit, the material, so it pulls it just felt like for the rest of the day, maybe the following day too, that everything was just kind of um, being pulled, which was incredibly painful. Not worth it. So I just recommend bagging your legs up, getting saran wrap. Saran wrap will be your best friend. You just wrap it around, medical tape. Yeah. So, anyways, I guess I am going to go have my surgery soon. And yeah, hope you guys take it easy.